I cannot believe the words that I'm about to say here on this channel, on SmackNPie YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. The game that we cover here on the channel, the game that we've been covering for years now. Dark Deception. No. Today we're gonna say Dark Deception. Officially confirmed today, just a few hours ago. Dark Deception is getting an official live action. This is not an animation. Live action film adaptation.
Oh, wow.
Let me repeat myself for suckers in the back who can't listen. Dark Deception, the game, the horror game that we've been covering here, and the game that we all love and enjoy, criticize, but we still love it with all of our hearts, is getting an official film adaptation. And not just any film adaptation, a live action. What is a YouTube? It's your boy SmackNPie here. I want you all to go all the way back years ago when we started doing Dark Deception videos here on the channel. None of you, myself included, ever thought that we would have this day where I would be covering, because even a couple years ago when we started to get these video game adaptations, I always thought to myself that if Dark Deception were to get something related to adaptation, it would be more akin to an anime, because he has those links. Vincent Lemmings, the creator of Dark Deception, the CEO of Glowstick Entertainment, the company behind Dark Deception, right? What's even more crazier, that it was Deadline, the company Deadline. They posted this article that you can see on your screens. There's not going to be many flashy edits on this video because this is the one for the fans. This video is the one for fans, just like this news is us for the fans. Quote, video game Dark Deception getting film adaptation from So It Goes Entertainment. And I cannot believe they say exclusive, bro. Exclusive for a Dark Deception? By the way, horrendous pic to use. Of all the pictures that they could have used, this is a horrendous pic to use, because this this picture right here does not represent the gameplay at all. But it is what it is. Survival horror game Dark Deception is being adapted into a feature film by writers Adrian Speckert and Corey Todd Hughes of US indie outfit So It Goes Entertainment. We're going to talk more about what they've done in the past, because they're the ones that are penning this film, that are writing this film. Created by Vincent Lemmings and released by Glowstick Entertainment, Dark Deception blends arcade-style gameplay and psychological horror. Players must navigate nightmarish mazes where monsters lurk at every turn. According to the company So It Goes, the game has shifted 6.5 million units and has a player count of 58 million worldwide. I think the sales are going to increase very soon. I think it's going to hit that 10 million mark as we get closer to Chapter 5. Well, actually, when Chapter 5 does drop, because it's going to drop on consoles as well. Nintendo Switch, Super Dark Deception, and then Switch 2 both drop base Dark Deception and Super Dark Deception. And the consoles, of course. I think 10 million is gonna be an easy ship for this. So It Goes is currently an executive producer on Wolf Creek Legacy. This is the new installment in the popular Australian horror franchise. By the way, they have some great horror over there in Australia, which is slated to shoot in 2026. The company is also developing The Murder Book, a TV adaptation of Lisa Mary Redmond's crime novels, with Heroes creator Tim Kring attached to executive produce. They say here in a joint statement, our production company has a rich love of horror and the horror genre, said Speckert and Hughes in a joint statement. We're enjoying the creative process on producing Wolf Creek Legacy. This is going to be their upcoming movie with the incredible team we have there, and we would love to replicate that experience with Dark Deception. It's an incredible, endless list of amazing characters and lore, and we cannot wait to extrapolate from all of that and bring a terrifyingly fun, and this is important, and faithful adaptation to the screen. Casting and production details are still in discussion. They are still in discussions on the development project. Now, let's talk about both Speckert and Hughes, because they're the ones that are leading the charge. If you look at some of their previous work, they have not done any adaptation on video games, so to speak, but that's okay. What concerns me is their previous work. Again, no shades, not saying I can do better, but they've done not that many, but enough for us that we can look at it and analyze and be like, huh, this is interesting. Okay, let me put it in a better way. It's a blank canvas. Anything can happen. So let me repeat myself. Nothing has officially started in terms of actually casting or the production itself, because all of this is just in a discussions phase. But I think they're so far ahead, and I don't think Glow Street Entertainment or even the So It Goes Entertainment are gonna back out of this. I sincerely hope that as soon as the Wolf Creek Legacy and their other adaptation, which is also in the works after that one, which is probably gonna be around 2026, 2027, I hope in between those, casting and gathering a team of production moves. Like, I hope after Chapter 5, and by the way, film is probably gonna not even release, but like start shooting so far after Chapter 5. So don't worry about this making any hurdles or issues for Chapter 5's development. I'm trying to steer clear from talking about what kind of character, lore, and whatnot, but what we do know is that it's gonna be quote-unquote adaptation as opposed to telling a story in the world of Dark Deception. Something that Little Nightmares is doing with their stop-motion stuff. Something that's also akin to Puppy Playtime, but I digress. Similar case to Puppy Playtime, Five Nights at Freddy's is in its second movie at this point, and they're moving fast over there. Not saying that this needs to move fast, but I hope that this doesn't follow the same limbo of once, especially when it comes to indie games, they don't get enough traction, or the companies and the producers, they're like, this is not going to bring us that big of a cash, and this just gets pushed to shelf. It's one thing to make a movie and not having it premiere on the big screen, so they just throw it to the stream. It's another for it to never see production at all, because they lose all the confidence. So at this point in time, us fans, all we need to do is show support, show in numbers online. Like, I'm actually genuinely lost for words that you can actually tell I'm lost for words, because I still cannot believe that a Dark Deception movie is happening. All I hope that it doesn't get canned, and I wouldn't mind if a streaming company pick it up, but also I would prefer it if it premieres on the big screen in theaters, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. Now another avenue, another medium has opened for us. We will talk about our dreamcasting videos, there will be lore videos, there will be so many discussions related to this movie. So for those of you who are sad that we are getting closer to the end of Dark Deception 1, Chapter 5, know that we also got Super Dark Deception, we also got books, and now we got a movie to look forward to. So there's always gonna be something for us Dark Deception fans to look forward to. But our first stop is Super Dark Deception, then Chapter 5, and then the movie. But I hope in between, I really hope this moves faster than some other indie horror that have been announced, but it went nowhere. Also, recently Life is Strange officially confirmed to get an adaptation on Prime Video of all places. Amazon is officially doing it. So us fans, we are winning, ladies and gentlemen, left and right. Know that this is real. Know that this is official. This is not a drill. How are you feeling? Just be honest. Let us discuss this down in the comments below. Susu for more 100K. 100K journey is continuing. It's going strong. I'll see you in the next one.